what's the one thing that you would say is most important for the driving public to know or to be prepared for when they need the services of a collision center or body shop?
There's a lot of misinformation out there, and if you start misinformed, you're kind of behind the ball already.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of The Airing of Grievances. Very nice to have you along with us today. My name is Eric Reamer, and this is not Robert Grieve. You may have noticed I've got somebody sitting next to me that is not Rob. However, he is Rob. This is Robert Gallegos. We call him Rob, and very nice to have you along with us, brother. How you doing?
Thank you. How you doing?
I'm good. It's a good day to be alive. And don't go anywhere, because I'm going to introduce you to why we've got Rob Gallegos here. And the conversation we're going to have today is going to be very compelling, especially because this series, The Airing of Grievances, is all about you, the driving public. So stick around for that. But before you do, if you haven't clicked the subscribe button yet, God, we would really appreciate it if you would do that. And if you haven't given the thumbs up, man, that tells YouTube that this conversation is worth sharing, and we would appreciate it if you would do that. Thank you so very much, Rob. We like to say around here, happy Saturday morning.
Happy Saturday.
And to you, my friends, happy Saturday to you. So grateful that each and every one of you have taken time out of your day to join us for ours. Now, Rob is one of the newest members of the Nylund's collision team here in Englewood, Colorado. And just to kind of give a little bit of background about you, Rob, and why we invited you to come on and talk to the audience here today, give us a little history. I know that you have been in the collision industry for 18 years professionally. Is that correct?
Correct.
All right. Give us a little background on what you've done in those 18 years, and take us back as far as you want to go.
Alrighty. So I grew up in a shop. My family had a shop in Santa Fe, New Mexico. A lot of processes that we still use today, the lean process, blueprinting cars, they were doing in the early 2000s. I moved on from my family shop when I was younger, late high school. I moved out to Albuquerque, worked with some of the best people in the industry out there. Mentor to me, Adam Kwan's, great gentleman, Jim Guthrie, very well-ran facilities. After that, I'd moved back to my family shop. I ran that for a short time. Decided to come out to Colorado. I worked for Service King before they merged with Crash Champions. Shop that I ran was in Littleton, Colorado. We won a top shop award for the performance with the company there. When they moved on or merged with Crash Champions, I decided to leave that MSO.
Let me interrupt you right there for just a minute. You just used the word MSO. Assuming that some of our viewers obviously are in the industry, but there are a number of viewers who are not. What does that stand for, MSO?
Multiple shop operator or multiple shop operation.
Okay, so it's basically one of the we sometimes use the term, it's kind of a slang term, big box. It's multiple shops. The MSOs are the ones that buy up the little guys, and that's how they become MSOs.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Carry on. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt.
No problem. So moved on from Service King Crash Champions as they merged. Went over to Classic Collision. I was a floating general manager for them for a couple months, and then they moved me on to their integration team. I was an integration business partner, so when they would acquire a new location, I would go out and help integrate the shop, the new teammates, make sure that it was as seamless and that we meshed as well as we possibly could. Showed them how Classic does stuff, because a lot of the time it's just a little bit different, a little bit of a tweak moving from one company to another.
Sure.
And as I grew with them, just some of the stuff that I was seeing, I decided to move on and came on with Rob here at Nylund. And
Yeah, we're going to talk a little bit about that because you've been here for a couple of months now.
yes, sir.
Yeah. And you are the director of operations, which basically means you have the oversight of everything behind me
Yep.
and the team members that are working here as well. And I am privy to your LinkedIn profile, and I've seen what you stand for. I sit next to you every single day here, and one of the things that I've seen that you really embrace and seek to teach the folks here at Nylund's is a three-word mantra, if you will, and it's safety, quality, and integrity. And man, it's hard not to get behind any one of those, but give our audience a taste of what do those things mean to you, and which of those things, or perhaps all of those things, were the driver for you to leave the big box stores, if you will, in the collision industry and find your way here.
I mean, I would definitely say all three. Nylund's has a Better Business Bureau award for integrity. Um, Very well ran facility, some of the best talent in the country, in my opinion. And so, quality, they follow all the OE repair procedures here. We
Always
don't
standing for original equipment manufacturer, right?
correct.
Yeah.
We don't try and re-engineer vehicles and splice things in when the manufacturer says it clearly can't be done. So, the safety and quality aspect of it, making sure that our guests and the insured gets the repair that they deserve, returning that vehicle back to pre-accident condition.
Yeah, yeah, and that's really it. The integrity. The award that you are mentioning is the 2023 Better Business Bureau Torch Award for ethics, and integrity is the blood that runs through that award. It's probably, if we go by what Rob Grieve says, it's a lifetime award for him. He is so humbled and grateful that is what we stand for here. And the quality, we pound this drum all the time that the quality of our work is directly connected to your safety, and there's only one way to do that, and that is to stand behind the original equipment manufacturer and what they have said. These are the procedures. If you go back a couple of videos, you'll see that we talk about that blue Subaru where the insurance adjuster was convinced that we could section a part of the rocker panel, which in fact that does not exist in Subaru's procedures.
Correct. And we actually got that removed from C1. Rob Grieve did. He went through and did the process with the DEG, got it pulled off of CCC, so that's no longer on there.
Okay, so you've just said C1, DEG, and CCC. And again, I know this is your first time on these airwaves, but I've got to make sure that we translate for you what those words. So the C1 and CCC are synonyms, right?
Yes, sir.
And that's the estimating software
that we use.
Yeah. And then the DEG, that is run by our good friend Danny Gredenberg, and it is the liaison, if you will, between what is and what should be in the process of what the estimating software either includes or doesn't include.
Correct.
Did I do that okay?
Yeah.
All right, good deal. I have not been in the industry for 18 years. I'm working up on 15 years, but I got a little catching up to do. All right. And I asked you one question earlier before we came on the camera here, and I want to do that again for you, so that this is what you hopefully are waiting around for, and that is this: what's the one thing, or maybe the most important thing? And I realize that on any given day that could change. What's the one thing that you would say is most important for the driving public to know or to be prepared for when they need the services of a collision center or body shop?
Education, to educate yourself on what facilities are doing proper OE repairs and what your insurance company owes for your repairs, because there's a lot of misinformation out there, and if you start misinformed, you're kind of behind the ball already. So definitely education, uh, to me, is the most important part. As you learn, you do your research, you can figure out which repair facilities really stand behind their repairs, and which repair facilities are possibly, their pockets are being lined by agreements, DRP agreements.
DRP, we talk a lot about that. That's a direct repair program or partnership with the insurers. And the majority of body shops in America have these partnerships with insurance companies. And why we stay away from that here at Nylund's is that we are not beholden. We don't have a contract with the insurance company. Instead, our contract is with you, the consumer. And that makes us your consumer advocate in a situation where, unfortunately, in this day and age, they're just not like good neighbors. You're not really in good hands. And saving 15% in 15 minutes or less is probably not always in your best interest. And those are just three of the slogans and jingles that we can talk about that have direct repair program or DRP relationships with the body shops. And again, it's our humble but accurate opinion that you need to have a greater understanding. I stand right behind with you saying education is so important. It's why we make this series. And for that matter, it's why we encourage you, no matter where you take your car, anywhere in the country, go in and interview the shop manager, the shop owner. Ask for a tour. And if they flinch at that, buyer beware.
Yep, and that's something that I'm super, super happy with, proud of here at Nylund's, is the transparency that we have.
Yeah.
If you have a question while your vehicle is being repaired by us, we're happy to come bring you in. You can see your vehicle up on the frame bench. You can see exactly what we're doing to it. We don't hide anything that we do. We stand behind everything we do.
Absolutely. And it's that kind of, I'll go back to the word integrity, that you really want to find in whatever shop you choose. And that's why we are doing this educational piece here for you. And Robert, I just want to say, first of all, welcome to Nylund's. It's a couple months overdue, but we got you here as fast as we could and got you here on the airwaves as quickly as possible as well. And I want to thank you for what you bring to the team here. I didn't tell Rob I was going to say this, but I can say that sitting next to this gentleman for the last 2 months, every single day, 6 days a week, I can say that he has impressed me. You have impressed me.
Thank you.
With your ability to not just catch a vision, create a vision, execute the vision, and get every other team member on board with that vision. And your vision is clearly the same and in alignment with Rob Grieve's and what we do here at Nylund's Collision Center. So I just want to say thanks for that. I think we've stated it pretty well. Education is critical, and safety, quality, and integrity is the air that we breathe here at Nylund's Collision Center, and that's the breath of fresh air that you're bringing in all over again. And so it's a great mix. Thank you for being here. Happy Saturday to you.
Happy Saturday.
And happy Saturday to you. Rob will be back next week. I just wanted to say thank you for being here the whole time through. If you made it all the way through, don't forget to give that thumbs up. We're always grateful for that. And we'll be back again next week with another airing of Grievances. Have a great week.